No sense to keep the egg when I don't have an activator. Gang boss is fine, especially when I can coin it out before he can get Death Spite out. So I guess Gang boss on 2 and maybe I can find a 1-drop. But I can't find a 1-drop. Well, now Gang boss on 2 and 3. Yeah, that's a better way to get value out of them. Because otherwise the I play Gang boss on 3 and then comes the Death Spite, so that's pretty annoying when that happens. Let's coin out the Gang boss. Oh, that frothing is pretty nice. Flame Juggler is not too hot right now. All the tokens will die. Well, if I can get a hit on the unstable ghoul, pop it, play Void Walker. He can Death Spite it down. But maybe that's still the best play I have around the frothing. Or I could just play another Gang boss. Next I'll go with Knife Juggler and Void Walker. Let's see where the knife lands on the frothing. In that case I don't think I will attack at all. Let's see if he has the Death Spite here. Without the Death Spite I should be able to clear the frothing and the ghoul. But of course he had the Death Spite. Now with Death Spite on the Gang boss and then ghoul to the Knife Juggler is a board clear. But then I will still have 50% chance with the Flame Juggler to kill the frothing. So not everything is bad. He got... and yeah, and I had a 33% chance here to kill the frothing as well, so I actually get 2 rolls. One 33% roll and one 50% roll to kill the frothing. Let's see if I can make that 50% roll. I missed the 33%er, but I got the 50% roll. That's good. And let's grab a Void Walker because we're against the warrior, so taunts are good against his weapons. Now we shall see whether he has also the Patron setup. If that absolutely fabulous opener, ghoul frothing opener, carries on into a Patron continuation, then that's going to be too much, I believe. Yeah, nothing that deals 3 damage, so pretty hard to deny card draw. I guess I can sacrifice the Flame Juggler and let him draw 1 card with that. Or actually 2 cards, but 1 card for now. Then I can go with Gang boss into Void Walker. And he might have to attack into the taunt. Let's see what he has. Executing the taunt would feel pretty bad. And he can't inner rage this Acolyte now to kill the Void Walker. That's one of the reasons I attacked. Otherwise he could have had inner rage on Acolyte, then the Acolyte would have been enough to kill the Void Walker. And then he could have hit the Gang boss with the Death Spite. But this makes it possible that he can't hit the Gang boss. Of course he can still have the answer. But also if he uses an Execute on Void Walker, because I'm running Sea Giants and Boom and stuff, so Execute on Void Walker would be really good for me. What else could he have? He already used 1 Slam. It's pretty unlikely for him to have an answer. Yeah, just going for armoring up. This is okay with me. There are also now lots of minions on the board, so I can get Sea Giant out into play. I won't be able to protect the Sea Giant from Execute though. I have to think about this a little. Got a good battle rage. Well, I can protect the Sea Giant actually from Execute now that I have Power Overwhelming. And I guess I will go for that. Kill both Armor Smiths. that guy. Play Sea Giant. Then I can kill both Armor Smiths. And first kill this one, that takes just one hit, so he gets a little bit less armor. Then kill the other one. Now he doesn't have a minion on the board to damage the Sea Giant. That was one of the crucial considerations here. Obviously he just drew a lot of cards, but he still has to use a card to deal damage to it first. Okay. Well, now he gets damage on the Sea Giant. I almost certainly can't prevent that. That's 5 mana, so I can afford to tap first. Now Frothing is still not going to be a Big Game Hunter target, but I have Big Game Hunter for Boom then. That's fine. So Sea Giant is going to kill the Fierce Monkey and take some damage. Then he can execute it. But I guess that's okay. With 4 minions on the board, I can Cormoc away the Frothing now. But now he does get the execute value here. He didn't really have to sacrifice much at all for that. But now both Frothings are gone. One Death Spite is gone. What does he have for the patrons? How many is he going to be able to make? Okay, that's the execute on the giant. But I can clear this board. Okay, this is fine, this is still fine. So I can clear both of the patrons. Let's tap again. Even have a silence, but I don't want to use silence yet because I don't have to. I'll play the egg and then I will obviously clear the patrons I have to. I can't just leave those patrons hanging around. But I still have some semblance of a board. But let's see, now tapping is really important because I really need to play those 2 cards per turn and my hand is now really reactive. So that's a downside. Downside of the deck design maybe now that I have added Big Game Hunter here. He's not going to have a silence, so I can taunt the egg. But I guess I'll just play Boom. He hasn't used a single execute yet. Let's see what he has against Boom anyway. He probably doesn't have a Big Game Hunter, so Whirlwind execute. Oh, he had another run of patrons. That's good. And an Inner Rage. Well, I can silence one patron. Does he have Whirlwind effect? Is he going to also try? Yeah, I know he has used one execute. I'm wondering whether he has the other one in his hand. I know he has one execute in his deck. That one I know, definitely. But whether he has one in his hand is the question. So if I play Defender of Argus here, I can use these guys to kill off the Fierce Monkey. Then I can silence one of the patrons, trade Boom into one of the patrons, and trade Bomb into one of the patrons. I think that's the safest play I can make. And that will cost me 6 mana. So I can also tap. Loader, but Loader is not going to come into play yet. So here, the Defender of Argus. To take down that fellow. Boom will kill one patron. I will silence the other patron who could otherwise multiply still. And then trade the bomb into the 7-1 patron. He still has a 3-3 patron on the board, but he cannot create more patrons anymore. And now both waves of patrons are gone. So he has basically Gromash and Boom. Now that's going to trade into Boom, I believe. Or is he really going all face? That's a bit surprising. Although he might count on that he gets Gromash before I'm able to finish him off. And he might even be right. He could definitely find Gromash. I guess I will have to go with Juggler and Implosion here. I will trade off the Owl first. Then let's try the Juggler Implosion. Let's try it on the 3-3. Good enough. Not perfect, but good enough. I don't dare to tap. Just hit face. And with Leroy I have lethal next turn. And with one card he cannot kill me even if it's Gromash. But he can prevent lethal because with Gromash he could kill Boom. Then I would big game hunter the Gromash. So that's 10, that's 12, and with Leroy that's 18. And I even had the Direwolf to spare. Okay, some hectic moments there, but in the end that was actually a pretty good game. Thank you for watching. For more action, please visit my YouTube channel, and if you like what you see, remember to subscribe.